We did begin the new league year, you guys, today at 3 p.m. Central Time. So the new NFL league year has begun. Free agency is now legal. I mean, you can now, there's no tampering or anything like that to worry about between players and teams. So I was kind of thinking, I looked through the list of certain guys that were kept and let go, certain guys that were free agents but that were somehow made it a way to stay back with their team. The biggest one to me, big surprise to me, my favorite additions, I think, were the tight end acquisitions from Bill Belichick. I talked about him last week on our show when we did the little Tinder matchmaker kind of deal. I said Bill Belichick loves tight ends. Well, he doesn't just like one at a time. He likes two at a time like a normal man would. So I'm going to go with Jonnu Smith and having the addition as well as Hunter Henry paired over there at tight end is going to be awesome to see. Is it going to be at all similar to what we saw with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk at one time? Or is this just kind of a lesser version? What do you think of these two guys?
I think it's a lesser version, honestly. Like, I love Jonnu Smith. I love Hunter Henry. I don't think Hunter Henry can stay healthy enough throughout a full season is my issue. But if he's splitting reps with Jonnu, there's a chance the guy can stay healthy. But it's not going to be your Aaron Hernandez Gronk situation that you had, 8 years ago now? 6
Yeah, those
ago?
two were supreme athletes.
Yeah,
course.
like that was a great combo. Like, you're not going to have that combo. But you got a great situation for Cam Newton to rely on, and also a great situation for the run game there to really to just create, right? That's the kind of the issue, too, is they don't have a run game. Now they got some pass-blocking tight ends who can really make the field open as well.
Do you have an acquisition so far that stood out to you that you're excited to see go to a new team?
I was looking at all of the transactions today, and the one thing that stood out to me was the San Francisco 49ers. Their Trent Brown signing, right?
Trent Williams.
Gosh,
yep, back with the Niners again.
You know who I mean. Trent Williams, first off, that huge contract alone, like, you're making star lineman players feel, like their money's nothing. So props to that guy. I'm glad the Chiefs were in the fight, but I'm glad we didn't pay that kind of money in those years. And then who signed today on the right side?
On the right side.
Who
talking about for Kansas City?
No, not for KC, not Cal.
On the right side for the 49ers.
So I'm sorry, it wasn't 49ers. Yeah, it was, because Alex Mack was supposed to be with Arizona, and then he got parched off. So I think he's with the 49ers, and then they got somebody else today that just dominated the line. I can't remember.
You have to fill me in on that one, Tanner, and if that's the case.
You come back to me here in a minute. I'm going to find the name.
Jason, in the meantime, tell me your favorite acquisition so far.
Yeah, dude, before I get to that, I did want to touch on Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry because, you took my favorite signings, so I didn't want to touch on it a little bit. So I was kind of, I didn't have a lot of feelings when they re-signed Cam Newton out there in New England, but when they signed these two tight ends, I mean, it kind of made sense to me because we all know that Cam Newton, I mean, his arm is not completely dead yet, but it's somewhat dead to where he can't throw the deep ball consistently, and he also can't check it down very well either. So I think they're just trying to build around Cam Newton. They're trying to accommodate him for what he does best, which is just throw that intermediate pass to those tight ends. And so I did like those two signings. I think they were my favorite. But as far as relevance, I mean, I got to go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, they re-signed Rob Gronkowski, 1 year, $10 million. The guy somehow, some way, is still playing at a high level. And the Bucs are just going to put him in bubble wrap until week 14 or 15 and just unleash him again when it comes time to go to the playoffs. And
that they will.
When you're a champion like the Bucs, you got to do what you got to do. You got to bring all the guys back, or as many guys back as you can. And so, I mean, yeah, Gronk, I mean, he's no spring chicken, but I think from the Bucs' perspective, they did the right thing to bring him back because, he's a tried and true champion. The other guy is Shaq Barrett. The Bucs gave him 4 years, $72 million. And we all know in the NFL, the name of the game is to get to the quarterback. And they won a Super Bowl with Shaq Barrett. And as much as I don't want to see that ever happen again, it did happen. And so the Bucs, another guy you got to bring back into the fold. So those were two really good signings for me, Gronk and Shaq Barrett.
And they just re-signed Suckup today too. That was pretty huge for the Bucs.
Yeah, I don't care about Ryan Suckup.
Ryan Suckup.
Hey,
That's what we're going.
Twins them, right?
We're excited about Ryan Suckup.
Hey, did you guys see, just now, I just hopped on Twitter here because it was on ESPN, but Patrick Peterson reaches an agreement with the Vikings, guys, and then Kyle Van Noy goes back to the Patriots.
Ooh, he could have been my favorite Patrick, not named Mahomes, but he decided not to come to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
That's right.
Still a bit of a stretch over there.
Not going to be my favorite.
Curtis Samuel reunites with Washington and Terry McLaurin.
I like that. I like that.
That's not a bad pair right
Washington.
there for Mr. Fitzpatrick. So
T.Y. Hilton's still available too, so I'm curious. I picked him to go to KC, as a matter of fact. So we'll see if that pans out in some kind of way down the stretch here.